Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another video. Thank you guys for tuning in again to another Loners video. This is episode 295. All right, so we hope you guys have been enjoying the videos. We hope everything has been going all right. We hope that the situation with Canada and the US is better as this is coming out. Just because right now, supposedly the tariffs are planned for like April 2nd or something like that for Canada. So I don't think they're going to go through. I don't think they're going to go through. I hope not.
And by that I mean Trump.
Yeah.
Flip-flopping what he's...
But, okay, so this is a video by DW News, and it says more and more people trying to visit the United States end up behind bars.
A number of countries have updated their travel advice to the United States in the wake of a crackdown on immigration by the Trump administration. Travelers have reported being detained at the U.S. border even though they had valid travel visas. Germany updated its travel advisory for the U.S. this week after a number of its citizens were detained at customs and then deported.
I think I did hear about this.
What was intended as a short vacation turned into a nightmare. German tourist Lukas Silaf was detained upon arrival in the US and hauled into a detention facility.
They put me in chains everywhere, around my stomach, on my hands, my feet. Then they put me in a van and drove me to the detention center in Satinko.
What?
Lucas was returning to the US from a vacation in Mexico. He says he had a valid US tourist visa, but ended up spending 16 days in detention before being allowed to return to Germany.
What the fuck? You're not really hearing about these specific things on our media, babe.
No duh, Brian.
Well, no, but I'm saying, well, this is what's...
You don't hear about it a lot.
What's funny is I was watching a Fox video not too long ago just to see the other side of this. Like, it was saying like Canadian travel has dropped like exponentially, but they forgot to mention it's mainly because a Canadian citizen got held for 12 days. Like they just didn't even mention that.
That was our last video, but
no, but I'm saying like the Fox, they're not saying why. They're just saying it's dropping.
Also, a lot of them just don't support the administration.
Yeah, that too, but
in general too. So
yeah.
And his arrest is part of an apparent trend involving temporary visa holders and visitors being detained by US border officials on their way into the country. Canadian actress Jasmine Mooney has a similar story. She was detained for 12 days over an incomplete visa.
There was no heads up. Next thing you know, I'm taken. And for 2 weeks, haven't been told anything, moved in different cells, sleeping on cement, sleeping in different jail cells. Like, it just, nothing makes sense to me.
A French scientist, in turn, was denied entry into the US after his phone was searched by customs. Officials at the airport found messages criticizing the Trump administration's cuts to science programs.
Okay, and
all deportees say they did not violate US immigration policy.
It's not like you're saying I have a plan to do X, Y, and Z. You know?
That is pretty crazy.
What do you mean?
Policies, nor commit any crimes. The incidents follow heightened immigration enforcement under the Trump administration. The White House says it's removing known immigrant criminals.
The president is using every lever of his executive authority and his constitutional authority within the bounds of the immigration laws of our country to ensure that our streets are safer for law-abiding American citizens. And this administration is focused on detaining.
You know what would be safer for Americans? Not having a convicted felon
as president
running our country.
Yeah.
Arresting and deporting illegal criminal aliens.
The crackdown also includes those who have outstayed visas or violated their terms. But Lukas Silaf says his experience shows that anyone could be targeted by US customs officials.
Nobody is safe there anymore to come to America as a tourist. I get a lot of questions from people who want to visit America, and I try to help them and tell them my experience, that they need to be careful.
Immigration attorneys have now begun advising people to ensure their social media profiles are free of criticism of the U.S. administration.
I'm sorry, that sounds like fucking North Korea type shit. Yeah, that sounds crazy.
To increase their chances of entering the country.
Let's speak to David Beer. He's the Director of Immigration Studies at the Cato Institute in Washington, D.C., and an expert on immigration, border security, and interior enforcement. Good to have you with us, David. Should people be worried in general about traveling to the U.S. under the current circumstances?
Yes, absolutely. We've seen cases where people's phones have been searched. They've looked at people's social media posts and used that as a basis for denying them entry or arresting them or detaining them. So there is real concern here in the United States about people who are traveling back, who were here and are trying to re-enter the United States, as well as people who are trying to reunite with family members who are abroad. All of those people should be concerned, should take proactive effort to make sure that they are not on the radar of this administration in any respect. If you look at what is happening in the United States, Customs and Border Protection, immigration and customs enforcement agents are under incredible pressure from the White House to increase detentions, arrests, and removals by any means.
I think also because it's a business. I think they make money too when they detain. Right.
Necessary. And that means no one is off the table, including people who are entering the country legally, who have valid authorization to enter the United States. If there's any pretext whatsoever for denying them entry and detaining them and arresting them, and
well, soon they're gonna start coming after actual citizens.
Yeah.
Like
and deporting them, this administration will absolutely seize that opportunity.
It's one thing to go after people who, have violated one rule or the other relating to immigration, for example, not having the right papers or overstaying their visas. But when we're going through people's phones and checking their messages, for example, the case of the French scientist, what exactly is going on there?
Yeah, again, intense pressure to deny people entry, to arrest them, detain them. It's not totally unheard of, even before this administration, for individuals to be detained or prevented from entering the United States. We've certainly seen cases like that under every administration. There is an enormous amount of power in our immigration system here in the United States for the people and officials at ports of entry. They are, in a way, many dictators within the immigration system, in that their decision is really final and difficult to challenge. And so that is a reality that's always been there, but now, given the intense pressure that is being put on these agents and officials to increase arrests and removals, they're really exercising that discretion in order to do rather extraordinary things, like detain people for prolonged periods of time, not just put them on the next flight or allow them to get a flight home.
That's crazy.
That's kind of how it would have been handled previously. These lengthy detentions we're seeing is really what's more extraordinary than someone being denied entry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm sure it was happening all the time where people would get denied entry.
Yeah,
but it's but don't detain them for weeks.
Right. Even a day. Like, you shouldn't be detaining people. Like,
so
that's
weird.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Deny them entry, one thing. Detaining them, diabolical.
I'm afraid that's all we have. That's all the time we have to speak to you, David Beer from the Cato Institute. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
What a mess.
Yeah, that shit is
What
crazy.
a fucking mess.
Don't be a tourist to the U.S. Spend your money elsewhere.
Trump is a hazard to our country.
Yeah, that is true, because don't we have the World Cup planned for 2026 here?
Yeah.
And the Olympics in 2028?
The World Cup, I don't know, but I know the Olympics are coming up here.
It wasn't that long ago that
would
Vance gave us a European lecture on free speech. I know, I remember that.
Right.
boycott FIFA World Cup in the USA. Yeah, it's crazy.
Literally what I just said. Denying entry is one thing. Detaining people is fucking crazy.
Yeah, damn, dude. Oh, man.
I would be terrified if I was an athlete.
I hope all those Canadians who love Trump, they start waking up and seeing this shit. But there's a lot of Canadian people who really like Trump. All right. Well,
I can't help you. I can't even help people out here who like him. So.
Okay, you guys let us know your opinions in the comments below and the countries that you're from. If you are getting any warnings or if you're gonna stay away from traveling over here.
I definitely want to hear about if warnings are being.
Yeah, put that in the comments below if they actually are giving warnings and stuff like that. And
again, this video is fresh. Okay, for us, but it's gonna be a few weeks late when it gets posted.
We apologize for that, but when we get back, it'll be more normal timing. It's just we had to batch film, but we already told you guys that.
But then you guys can leave comments and let us know if things have escalated from here or de-escalated.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Or nothing at all.
Yeah. Make sure to subscribe to our vlog channel too, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Peace.